A quick look at the Pedal Juice bicycle mounted charger kit. I've recently bought this because I sometimes travel, well, not necessarily very long distances, but 50 miles maybe. And if I use any of the GPS functions on the phone tends to discharge quite a bit. I'm not going to do an open the box type review because I've already fitted it to the bike. And you get these two things inside the box. One is a phone holder for a bicycle, so it's a bicycle phone holder. And the second thing in the white box is a dynamo with charging unit. Well, just a couple of things. It's a standard bicycle dynamo. However, I've fitted it to the back wheel. The reason for that is this clamp would go nowhere near the front forks of a suspension mountain bike. So there are pictures showing how it's mounted onto a bike onto the front wheel, so you've got a shorter run for the cable to the charging head. The charging head is up there on the handlebars. The wire is just about long enough to reach down the bike and to the dynamo on the back. Even so, I've got overlaid stays on this bike, and it was quite a squeeze to get the two screws either side of that bracket to fit. So the clamp bracket is just about working on my fatter stays on the back of the bike. However, that does fit there. Moving to the front, what comes with your phone holder is a clamping mechanism which goes underneath. Let's put it onto something white, you can see it. That's this. Designed to clamp around. It's got some packing, something that's circular and about that shape. Well, there might be a part of the handlebar, but I didn't want it on any part of the handlebar. I've actually attached it onto the extension of the handlebar stem extension. And the way I've done that is to take off all of that clamping mechanism and just tie wrap it on. There is within here there are a couple of springs and a couple of ball bearings which are meant to allow that to indent as it goes around. If you open it up, you'll lose them. Not a big problem because there's enough friction to hold it in place. And then that, as the written reviews say, quite nicely holds the phone. Now the bottom half of that bracket is designed to be replaced with the charging circuit, which is in here. So this converts the AC from the, let's call it alternator, not dynamo, with a small switch mode supply into, I guess it's a 5-volt output. Have your USB port on the end there, and I've just mislaid my short charging lead which would connect from there to the phone. Okay, and again, tie wrapped on. An April shower at the moment. As soon as you do take the piece that allows it to clamp underneath off, you expose 4 screw holes. That means it's no longer waterproof, and so you might think about putting some sealant into those screw holes to make this thing waterproof again. Though of course when the charging lead is in to the USB port, you've got possible ingress of water through that USB port anyway. The other thing I would say is all works fine, but I get about 1% charge on this per mile. Yep. That would mean to fully charge it 100% from zero would take me 100 miles of cycling. And obviously it's going to charge it less quickly if the phone is actually turned on at the time that I'm cycling. But it is a useful device. The phone holder works very well. I've been using it for that. I'm a bit of a wimp, and I tend not to have the dynamo engaged if I'm going up hills, or even if I'm going along the flat. It does say you can't really notice any power loss, but really when I'm pushing up a hill around the places where I live, I don't want any power loss at all. I want to be able to see all of it going into getting me up the hill. So in that situation you need quite a lot of downhills to put a few percentage. Don't expect, if anybody gets better than that, let me know. Don't expect to get more than about 1% of charge per mile of cycling out of it, but it's better than nothing. If you've got a phone that's going to go flat, you do know you're going to put some charge into it in the next 5-10 miles or so.